sailing to the eye of the cyclones. Let's go. I have an itchy nose. It's fine. Probably allergies. I've been analysing the purple robe we found in Rember's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of significant age. Whoa, this is all wibbly. Hold on, Six. I cannot. Hold on, mistress. We're in one piece? We appear to be. Oof, rough. Storms. Another rapid. Okay. We better check the hull when we next land. Go straight on here, mistress. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this isn't making anyone motion sick. We're not through it yet. Exactly. Let's hope that was the way we wanted to go. Don't crash into that or that. We're not through it yet. Wibbly, 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 wibbly. Oof, wow. We seem to have merged close to the eye of the cyclone's, mistress. Good. I don't know where we're going. Can't see which way to turn at this branch, mistress. We'll have to choose one and explore. Fun! Oh, that's creepy looking. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upriver, mistress. You will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe. Okay? Hopper is essentially like a teleporter, like out of Star Trek. Well, and remember, we're waiting for us here in the center of the storm.
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
Look at this place, you wouldn't think it would be cold. A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. Seems Uniki had a taste for places like this. I have a feeling about this one. Whenever Rember was after, we're close. I hope he will be grateful when we find him. We are taking considerable risk. This way. Look at this place, Six. No one happy comes to a place like this. You are here, mistress. Perhaps Rember is waiting for us just around this corner. We can harper him back to the Nightingale and this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress. Perhaps. We can only hope. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock.
Fine.
Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. Yeah, don't need to be such a smartass. How did Uniki find it? I hope we can ask him, mistress. Can I get in the window? Blocked with rubble and ruin. This whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. You don't know that. The floor looks like stone to me, Six. So it is heavy and more likely to fall. Maybe that's what happened to Remba. He fell through a hole in the floor. Do you see any other way in? No, neither do I. Let's go. Here it goes. It looks solid, doesn't look even cracked, really. The floor seems sound enough. 6? Where did the robot go? Weird. Yeah, let's go inside.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do.
Haunting.
The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Look at this place, Alia. No one would live here. They couldn't. Ooh, it's 2 things. Let's look at the bed first. Hardly comfortable. Whoever built this place wasn't worried about making it cozy. There's an inscription. And there's an inscription here. It's old, barely visible, scratched into the plaster. More words I don't know. I think so. Let's go with something a bit morbid. I watched Death. It's a beautiful example of the script. Pity I barely understand it. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. Maybe dying. Mistress? Evidently, it is good to see you intact, mistress. How did you get down from that arch? I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. And are you in one piece? Evidently, mistress. Nice. Ooh, so many things to look at. Another cot. I found one just like this on the floor above. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb back upstairs, so they made up a bed down here instead. Someone died right here, mistress. Remember? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. Fascinating. You're sure? The evidence is minor but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Okay, look at some other stuff. A fire poker. Is it worth anything? Unlikely. It is old iron, no more. Might be worth something to someone. We're keeping that poker. There's an inscription up here. Symbols in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. Okay. Okay. This is all wibbly. I'm gonna go with time. Alright, knowledge pilgrims. Seem right. I'm gonna time goddess blesses harvest. Knowledge and light. No. I think sky. Yeah. The sky goddess blesses harvest work. No, does it? The building won't actually cave in on us, will it? I cannot guarantee that, mistress. I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might open. Nice. Oh. Look at this. Swells and flows. These are rivers. The detail. Who lived here? Who drew this? These look like the rivers of Ghost's Wake. But no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Is there an inscription? It seems so. More symbols. Let's go... Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. Okay. Oh, do I have to, like, match it up? I do, okay. It's the only thing it has, though. Of. Okay, that helps. That little tick mark is definitely of. Yay! Okay, this is a different mode of doing it. Right. Light. I think stars. Stars of... peace. Stars of peace. This is definitely a map. But not of this place. Somewhere else. Fascinating. Cool, okay. Can I get out this door? I could sit through here. Are you always this adventurous, mistress? I'm finding it quite exhausting. I'll be right back.
In the yard behind the house there were tools. Plots of earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
Bone dry. We'll come back to that space over there. Garden beds. Something must have been able to grow here once, though I can't see how. Do a quick spin. I'm gonna check out what's down here. Some kind of marker? Definitely isn't natural. There's something here. A necklace. What are these things? Flat beads. Ceramic? I'm not sure. The sticks are all but petrified. It can't even rot out here. But there's something cut into it. Yay! I actually love this aspect of it. It's just so cool. I'm going to have to guess the whole thing. Really? No. I'm a bit annoyed that I did that, because the only thing that pilgrims and pilgrims possess have in common are the two ticks. Maybe pass. Oops. Return. I'm good with language, I'm not good with linguistics. There is a big difference. Past return. That will do for now. A warning marker? Strange place for it though, back here. Let's see if there's anything up around this corner, but I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. I'm coming back, 6. Look at the little gecko in the corner! Can I say anything about him? Nope. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wait, can I go over to this window? I don't know if it'll make a difference. Nope. I just don't think I've got everything out here. Oh, but maybe I have. Alright. Right, there should be like a button prompt. Oh, I don't think we went in here. Oh. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. Another box of Rembers. A box, yes. But this one is far older than Rember. I think it's a reliquary. A place to put your belongings when you die. The idea is you get them back when you return. Do people often return from death, mistress? The loop says everyone returns from death, so long as their soul gets back to the rivers. Interesting. And what do you believe, mistress? Nobody knows the history of the nebula. If everyone who dies comes back, why don't they know? Perhaps you require more evidence. Maybe. Symbols on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Okay. We got of. Let's have a look-see. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other 3. Okay. 3 stars light holy. None of them really much. What do they have in common? just what a holy. Let's go with great. All hail the ding. Treasures of great truth. Let's go with that. Treasures of great truth. Mary will be most excited by this find, mistress, whatever proves to be inside. Truth? Truth about what? Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. Treasures of the Great Ding. Maybe. I can't even get my fingers under the lid. I might be able to snap the lock. Mistress, is it moving? It's definitely shifting. Here goes then. Hey. Let's see.
And there it was. Just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
6. Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a
Ooh,
crown.
Pretty. The eagle and sun motif. Just like Yannicki's brooch. Did he find that in here too? And leave the crown? That seems unlikely. What's this crown doing out here? Did someone steal it? Hide it here but never collect? That seems most unlikely, mistress. There's something written along the rim. Of course there is. Ooh, cool. Okay, so it's like stars, parts, and holy. I think toward. Rivers of light. We endure. Forever. I like that. Toward rivers of light we endure forever. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Does toward rivers of light we endure forever work? That was abrupt. Is this crown what Miari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Remember too, perhaps. Mistress? I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. I don't know about that. I think they might. I think... Wait, we never actually went around in that back room. I cannot climb stairs. Fair enough. Get back down there. Get back down here. There we go. Oh, that's actually quite a lot. A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would have needed water, mistress. Anything hiding in the shadows? Certainly there is. Really? What? You? Don't say creepy shit like that. There's something up there. A blade? A dagger. Ooh. A little corroded but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. It has been decorated with tiny characters in ancient script. I can barely make the letters out, they're so tiny. Yay, more translation. I love this stuff. It's so good. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Okay. Yep. I'm feeling confident about my translation of us. Yay. Translation was peace, return, watched, I think protects. Emperor protects us all. Cool. This game is so cool. I just want to make that known.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
We're literally just outside. We have found 2 promising artifacts here, the dagger and the crown. Also, we have learned enough to pinpoint one new location of interest, the site from the mural. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Miyari directly. We must also inform her of our theories about Rimbo. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. Don't hassle me. There must be more to this place. I want to know who lived here and who died here. Some kind of what now? Ooh. There's something carved into the rock here. This one is a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. My translation sky doesn't feel right now. Okay. Hopefully I can make some better guesses this time. Okay, you don't need to mock me, alright? Maybe time. Heals. Time heals us. A shrine of some kind? Assuming it's not an outhouse. There's another inscription. Yay, I love these. This game is so cool. This one is a fractured piece from an even something else. I can add my translation for emperors to my dictionary now. Yay! So there is a right and a wrong. Or maybe there's just like shades of it. I'm certain forever is good as well. Yay! I'm doing stuff. That leaves one word to guess. Emperors live. Emperors live forever. Emperors here? What were emperors doing out here? I don't think they were. According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? It would explain a few things. Not at least that crown. Okay. Ooh. Oh, there's so much stuff. I love this. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Damn. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here, in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? And liking the reiteration and reinforcement of the translation mechanics. Yeah, I think that's where this game really shines. Because it is definitely jank in some of the controlling aspects, but I've also heard really, really, really good things about it, and I think it lies very much in the translation aspect. Take us back to the ship, 6. Just stand by, mistress. I don't think I was done, but I didn't read that prompt. Whoops. Hydrate, folks. Don't forget to hydrate. This doesn't seem right.
Darkness.
This is not the Nightingale. 6. I hate robots. I hate them. They always do this kind of thing. Right before they give you this speech of how it was for your own good. Mistress, you were about to step on a small ant. My ethical core required me to lock you inside this packing crate. It's cold in here. Well, this is... There you are. Where were you? Miari? What about Miari? You followed me, Lexi. As I thought you might. Because you knew. Because you've always known. 6? Is someone calling? There is no one here. You are quite alone. You might confess your lie quite safely. What lie? You are not what you claim. I know this, Miari. You asked me to look and I found so much. I'm not Professor Miari. Then she has sent someone else. She would not face me. And what I thought was true is true. Understand this. Lexi Miari is not who she says she is. And who does she say she is? She calls herself the highest of the high. She who knows the people, but she is nothing. I know it. I don't understand. I sent her a brooch from the body. The Emperor's body. Unburned. Not even buried. She fooled them all, even me. I have that brooch here. I am taking the body and will return it to the rivers. But I am not coming back to Iox. Not yet. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than her lies. Tell Lexi there is a great darkness. An all-consuming, hungry darkness. And it is coming. Darkness? There is an ancient place. An observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. An observatory? I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they would not remember. Remember, how do I help you? You have my apologies, mistress. I do not understand the question. 6? I observe we are not back on the Nightingale. There must be something wrong with the hopper. I will look into it. This way, mistress. I'm not. Am I? Yeah, I think she would. You don't remember how we ended up in here? Hoppers can misfire due to imperfections, mistress. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. Okay, well, I'm gonna have a look around in here. This has got to be something. Something to look at. And no one called you just now? Evidently not, mistress. I was talking to Remba. Just now, through you. Master Remba? Where did he go? I do not know. Okay. Although given hoppers require line of sight to a hopper eye, I cannot see how we ended up at this spot. Some process of refraction, no doubt. There's a light this way. I see where we are now. Although I still don't see how we got in there. Are you ready to go now, mistress? You think it'll work properly now? I thought it would work last time. But I do not see much alternative. Shall I use the hopper again, mistress? We've still more to do here. I'm kind of glad it gave me that out. A stone pedestal with someone in it. A local goddess? Sacred to whatever hermit occupied this place? Simply fashioned. Not a treasure, a functional item. This should tell us a little more about this place. It seems to be inscribed, mistress. It's impossibly small. And yet I can still see it perfectly. Okay. This is the end of a longer line of text. Okay. Actually, that goes there. I believe you can be confident of your translation for goddess now, mistress. That's a lot of symbols, but I'm confident it says bless. Yeah. Now let's take a stab at that new word. Goddess bless. But I've not seen anything even close to this final word. Ooh. Goddess bless. Fields? It looks like a plant. That could be a plant. Goddess bless fields makes sense. The shrine itself is made of stone, but it's not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the building? The other structure is certainly, but the stone pillar, no. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. Brought by a later occupant then. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. Treasure possession, perhaps? A valuable one. Evidently, it is significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Can you tell where it's from? Not immediately, mistress. We have not seen enough of this moon. What's that smell? Oh, I'm so glad we didn't leave. By all the moons and the waters. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Blackened. Presumably the ship is still burning as it fell. This was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. Enough to be seen on Mercy. And Janiki? Mistress, there is no hope. Yaniki must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. This is the end of our trail, then. Oh, we're still... Reply? I like that. What did we tell Miari? The truth, surely, mistress. Yaniki is gone. I'm not so sure that's true. Okay, Tobes. See ya. Cute boy. What's this first? Wait back. There's a point of interest. As the loop requires... Perhaps there is some comfort in that. There's something I'm wedged under here. It seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. A sculpture fashioned from bone. I would guess it dates from the early Empire. This must have been aboard Yuniki's ship. Another of his finds. The ancient gods still had some presence in Empire times then. And given the material, this must have been a devotional icon. It can't have been worth much. Whoever made this didn't add any kind of writing on its back. Interesting. This comes from the same site as the book. The one we discovered on the site of Rumba's cache. Having another artifact should help us locate the source. The fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. The channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress. And you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Iniki is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Shall I try the hopper one more time, mistress? Soon. Not yet. What is a wellspring, anyway? A source, mistress. Nothing more. But what is a wellspring? How does it work? Evidently, it is a source, mistress. It has no mechanism, as I understand it. Must have burned for days. But how did this happen? Iniki must have used an inadvisable propellant to travel. I'm not sure I believe that. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. So, what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari, mistress. Not yet. I suppose. I always assumed he would find Renba. I assumed... I don't know. Mayari made it sound like he'd run away. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, mistress. Well, aren't you funny? I'm really hoping for a way down. Oh well, we take the options that we are given. There's nothing we can do here, Six. Nothing at all. Oops, I missed the... Okay, let's just go right down. What I can't figure out is this. What was Renba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress. But how that trail began and where it was leading him? Most unclear. That unhappy face is funny. What were you hiding, Renba? Good question, mistress. Where is that? But he cannot hear you. There. We've seen enough of this moon. Time to leave. Excellent, mistress. You have attained one more intriguing artifact here, the sculpture. The curators on Iox will be most content with that. Be ready, mistress. Hydrate. Hydrate. That. We found a lot. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen. And I'm sure she wants to see the crown. Well, we don't have any more leads, so we might as well go back to Iox, I think. But just look at this thing. It's heavy. Whoever wore this had a strong neck. Evidently it is more than a simple crown, mistress. You sure? I believe the metal is a casement for a mechanism of some kind. A mechanism? What kind of mechanism? Without opening it up, I cannot tell. Does it open? Not in any way I can see. But if it does contain a mechanism, I would expect a method by which it might be serviced. So you want to take a hammer to a priceless artifact? I confess I am curious, mistress. Maybe Mayari will be able to make something of it. I'm certain the professor will be most interested. All hail that ding. Maybe we should go to Elbereth. I quite fancy somewhere with people. The actual crown of the Empire. I think so, anyway. Let's take to the river. So where do we want to go? I'll ready the ropes, mistress. Do you want to fulfill what she wants to do, or should we go back to Iox?